Yes, 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 yes. I said it. We're gonna come back tonight for the main thing, the main real thing. Come on, let's go. It's all about NBA Talk Show. I am in the house. I tell you, my main brother from another mother. Come on, let's go. I tell you, Ezzy is online. I tell you, all the way from Michigan. For real, for real, for real. Ezzy. It is what it is. Sit back. Please, if you're watching this for the first time, I tell you, this is the place. This is where we talk the real thing. I'm talking about NBA. Yes. Please subscribe to the channel. Don't mess around. Don't dull it. No dulling. No dulling. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm going to tell you once again? Please. Smash the like. Smash it. The like of the video and share. Let's go. Let's be the community. I tell you, Ezzy's ready. What's going on, bro? I'm going to bring you in all the way. He owns this show. I tell you, Ezzy owns this show, not me. Yes, I'm in the house also. That's why they call me the Don. All the way. Ezzy. What's going on, bro?
What's happening? Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro. What's going on?
Hey, we here. We living.
Yeah. All right, good to see you, bro. It's all about
Yes,
NBA,
sir.
no doubt about it. And I
Yes,
also
sir.
have in the house is Jaye. Please introduce him to the floor. Ezzy, go for it. It's your show.
This is my brother from another mother. I've known him 20 years.
Oh my goodness, Jaye in the building.
What's good, bro? What's good, brothers? Good to see you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
What's going
Good
on?
to
What's
see
going
you.
on?
And
Alright.
I'm trying to bring in one person as well too. His name is Olu.
Yes. Olu Billion, we call him.
All right. Bro, Olu, what's going on there?
Wagwan.
Me, they all right. Me, we all right.
What's going on, guys?
All
Yes,
right.
let's do this. Let me bring it
All
down,
right.
guys. All right, go for it too. Go for it.
So, NBA Finals, here we are. You know, we went through the series. Now we're down to the best two in the East and the West. Let's talk about the game one. What happened to Golden State? Jai, what do you think? What do you think happened to them? Leading for 3 quarters and then disappeared in the fourth quarter.
I think they got outcoached. And I also think that they maybe got a little bit too complacent, right? And they got tired. I don't know why they got tired, but there were just a combination of so many factors. Because when you look at the game, right? Like you said, the first 3 quarters, they showed up. Like everyone was playing right. And for some reason, they went into the fourth quarter and they came in. And let's not take away from the fact that Boston, they play some good defense.
Oh,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
But I think they also got lucky in that they were hitting pretty much all their shots, like in the fourth quarter. Like, think about it. Horford was hitting shot. He hit like 2 or 3 threes or something like that. And
I know.
that was crazy. And then Jaylen Brown just went off. And I think it was hard for, the Golden State guys to get off that funk, because as soon as they saw what was happening, they just
mentally collapsed, eh?
Yeah, it's like they thought they were going, because even the run offense where they like passing and they couldn't get around to doing that anymore. And they were like turnovers, and it was just, before you know it, the game was done.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Olu, do you believe they got out coached? Like,
I don't think it was they got out coached. I think it was more like Debo touched on a lot of the points.
Olu, you're fading away.
Yeah, Olu's fading away. Yeah.
Olu is on T-Mobile.
They're lucky to have knocked down basically almost all the 3-pointers in the fourth quarter, but they were playing well. Jason Tatum had like 12 or 13 assists. They were doubling him. They were coming up too high on him, and he was just hitting the open man. And that was the adjustment they made. the second game. I'm sure we'll talk about that. But I think it was just a combination of Golden State trying to double Jason Tatum and say, hey, whomever else just beat us. But that was a bad, I guess that was a bad decision on their part. And luck, frankly.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, luck. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before. Al Horford, he was just
shooting 3-pointers.
Yeah, White. What's his name? White. He was knocking.
Yeah, that dude that came from Spurs.
Marcus Smart. I mean, they all scored great. That's not gonna happen again. So let's see.
You think so?
I don't think that's gonna happen again. That's where Steve Kerr is a very good coach. He knows how to make adjustments, and he did in the next game. So let's see.
Yeah. So Debo, let's talk about Ime Udoka. Rookie coach, first year, and and he's in the finals. How impressive is that?
Well,
I didn't see this coming.
Yeah, here's the thing one has to understand, right? A lot of times people forget the fact that these guys also play the game. Right? Having being a good coach as well, and he was under Popovich, right? I believe he was under Greg Popovich.
He was.
Yeah, exactly. So he's a player, and he was under one of the best coaches. So having to adjust, and by my comment earlier when I said they got outcoached, I meant they got outcoached in the fourth quarter, not the entire game. Yeah, the fourth quarter was where they, you could see the coaching difference in that. Steve Kerr is a better coach. I still think he's a better coach, but for some reason he got outcoached in that game in the fourth quarter, and of course luck had a lot to do with it too. But for me, I think Udoka's approach didn't work initially. Remember when he first got into Boston and they were losing games and people thought, okay, this guy is a bad coach, but because the team hadn't bought into his approach of playing, his system, his system of playing, right? But the moment they caught on to it, man, Boston is a scary team. Now, whether or not they're gonna come back and beat Golden State like that, I don't think so, because at the end of the day, we all say it, but experience plays a huge factor.
It does
in NBA Finals, and those guys have it. So
honestly, I think Boston have played the best that they could play in this series in Game 1.
You think so?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
That's a bold statement, bro.
Yeah, I think Golden State is not. Is not. What did they play? Miami. Golden State is not. Even Milwaukee without what's his name? Chris. And Golden State is definitely not Brooklyn. A dysfunctional.
No, I agree. I agree with that, but you have to understand, people always say this, but matchups, man. You have to look at matchups.
I know.
Because Boston's lineup, everyone is like 6'6". I don't know. Maybe
I get
6'5" and
they play great D. They play
exactly. They have long arms. They can stretch the floor.
But that's where Golden State can also match them. Golden State also match them when it comes to defensive intensity. But when it comes to the offensive end of the spectrum, I think Golden State is a way better team than. So basically, what I'm looking at what is Boston's strength. It's a defense, right?
It's a defense. Definitely a defense.
And I'm looking at Golden State. Are they way better than Golden State defensively? No, it's 1 and 2.
Not by far. Yeah,
not by far.
You're right. You're right in that sense. Yeah, not by far.
But when I look at the offense, it's like Golden State. They have a lot of options. Clay has not played good. They've only lost one quarter. Clay has played awful, and it's 1-1. It could have easily been 2-0, but we'll see going forward how it goes. But personally, I think the best game Boston played is going to be Game 1. I'm not saying they won't win another game. I'm saying that would,
that'll be the best game. Okay,
that'll be the best game.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I tend to agree, but the way I look at this series is Game 3. I mean, I don't want to make any predictions as to how long the series will stretch out for, right?
Right.
But I think Game 3 would be a good determinant. If Golden State can seal Game 3, I don't see it going more than 6 games.
Because that's going to be in Boston, right?
It's going to be in Boston, yeah. If they can win Game 3, I don't see it going more than six games.
You can see I'm wearing Golden State Warriors. I actually remember that I have one, so I have to go.
You have to go get it, right?
I'm picking my champions.
A lot of people want Golden State to win for obvious reasons. Like, they're just an exciting team to watch, right?
Right.
I mean, Boston is not that they're boring or anything, but I think people just feel that, everybody loves that good comeback story, like the dynasty.
Right.
They want that whole thing to continue to happen and stuff like that. Plus, everybody loves Steph Curry, right?
Of course.
Boston, they still have. I mean, if they can keep that core together, I think they can win it in a couple of years. But I'm really hoping that this is not.
Hey, they might win it this year.
But I'm hoping that that's not the case, right? Like, I mean, I like the coach. I mean, obviously, he's Nigerian, right?
But for the sake of Wiggins, I hope not.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
So Andrew Wiggins, shout out to Andrew Wiggins. He's from Toronto. Debo actually played with him, right? Did you play with him?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't play with him per se. Don't put it like that, because then people are gonna think that, man, I played ball one. No, it wasn't like that. His dad used to play where we used to play at the Vaughan Community Center, right? And I mean, Andrew was a kid. He was a baby. I used to pick the balls and shoot around. All of a sudden, we just realized he went to prep school and came back, and we're like, what the hell happened to this kid?
Became like 6'8".
Yeah, because everyone was thinking that it was his brother, Mitch Jr., that was going to make it into the NBA because he was explosive as hell. Then we thought Nick, who went to Wichita State, will make it to the NBA. But when Wiggins started coming out and playing, we're like, nah, this guy's the real deal, man. And lo and behold, man, like, he's just, because his dad played in the NBA too. His dad was, he played with the Rockets and everything. So, I mean, the whole family's athletic, man. So I really want that.
And the mom played like this. The mom ran track, right, or something?
Yeah, she ran track for Canada. Right. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, we're talking about the Wiggins, Andrew Wiggins family. Like,
Yeah.
These
so
guys know them.
I want them to get a chip. I want him to get a chip. And I want Golden State to get another chip as well. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Now let's talk about yesterday's game 2. I thought it was going to be close at first when it started, and then all of a sudden, Jordan Poole started eating shots, and third quarter, like, the gap went to 13 points at some point.
17,
and then and that's what I was saying about experience, right? Experience in this late in the season is what wins ball games, right? Like, or what wins the series in general, because Boston, I don't know if they haven't been to the NBA Finals. None of those players have played in NBA Finals, I don't think, right?
No. None of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the core of Golden State, I mean, this is like what, their 5th finals game or something like that.
6th finals.
6th one.
Exactly,
yeah.
6th finals.
Remember they lost one to Toronto?
They lost one to Toronto, and they lost one to
Cleveland.
The Cleveland, right?
Yeah, when they blew the 3-1 lead.
Yeah. So experience is something that you can't buy. Those guys are locked in, like, hardcore. So it's going to be hard to take it away from them, man. So, I mean, I'm hoping that plays into how they continue to win. And then they have a very good coach.
I want to bring in KJ. I'm sorry. I want to bring in Coyote Jones, all the way from Canada.
Yeah.
It's live here with us. Hey, what's going on, bro?
Hey.
Good Coyote.
How you doing, Chief?
I'm fine. How you guys doing?
Good. Let me get your take. I know you're a big basketball fan as well. I want to get your take on yesterday's game. I know you were watching. What do you think happened to Boston?
Turnovers. They had so many turnovers, Like, JT started with I think 4?
Like 20-something points. 23 points in the first quarter.
In
the first half.
In the first, but when you look at the first quarter, you had like 4 turnovers, and then Marcus Smart as well. So if you go through Boston Celtics overall playoff appearance, you will see that whenever they have turnovers that are like 15, 17, 18, they never had a chance to win the game. So there are too many turnovers, too many. And,
well, here's one thing you have to note, though. Sorry to interject. The turnovers were forced. It wasn't like, unwilling turnovers where it's like they gave away the ball. They were forced turnovers, meaning that the defense of Golden State actually stepped up.
Right. Like they were swapping them, right?
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I'm 50%, in agreement with whatever you said. But when you look at it, some of the turnovers Jason had, he was trying to draw fouls, right? Like, whenever you see him with even with the smaller guy, instead of shooting over the guy, like he's very good at that. He tries to drive, and when he tries to drive, he tries to draw foul, by this up and under kind of movement, and then they get the ball, So some of them were.
So you don't think the defense of Golden State had anything to do with it?
Yeah, it did, but come on, they Boston played into their hands.
But that's part of good coaching and experience, right?
Yeah, when you watch the game,
yeah.
That's
because I mean, that's what happens when you come out with an experienced team. They come out with the fact that, okay, so what did we do wrong? What can we do to where can we make adjustments?
Exactly.
And what they did was, if you notice, they just kept moving their hands and feet when they were playing defense, which they didn't do in the first game. Right. So, and they, with Jason Tatum shooting over guys, like when you shoot a ball, like, I mean, whether we like it or not, it's 50-50. But they always say when you drive in, it's more 70-30 because either you make the basket or you get fouled. So it's a good strategy that he was trying to,
settling for what the defense given.
Yeah.
That was James Harden's swing. James Harden.
Exactly. And I understand what you're saying, but when see in basketball, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I agree.
So that's what's happening. It's trying to draw fouls, and when you look at Celtics defense, there were some mistakes, and I think the coaching staff of Golden State, they really did a good job reading us into what happened in the first game, and they made good adjustments. When you look at the help defense of Boston, whenever there's what's his name? Steph Curry. Yeah. Whenever the guy defending him comes in, there's always someone trying to help.
But that has been the case, though.
Al Horford is trying to help, and when they help, and then they rotate the defense, there's someone left open in the corner.
Right.
Yeah, there are like a few plays like that left someone wide open to for a three-pointer. So, and then another thing is, I understand Golden State played a good defense, but do you want to tell me that it was Golden State's defense that locked down Marcus Smart to just 2 points?
Absolutely.
I believe
I'll tell you that 100%.
Forget that.
Without a doubt.
Hold on. I want to hear Olu. What is your take on that? Because that's a great question.
Of course, without a doubt, they took Marcus Smart out of the game. The first game, they saw how he played. And they just took him out. It was a matter of first game. I think the game plan was take Jason Tatum out of the game, but this time they took the role players out of the game. Jason, you can go get yours, even though he didn't get. He did good on the threes. He didn't do.
We'll lose on T-Mobile again. But shout out to Dele Joaquim Kabiawu on the line. I see his messages. He says Steve Kerr is a legit coach. We all agree, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But Olu, you're back. So you're saying something.
It wasn't. It was a game plan to take him out of the game. Marcus is great defensively. He knocks down open shots, but he didn't get a lot of those in game 2. He was dropping them in game 1, but he didn't see a lot of space in game 2 to do whatever he wanted to do. So, I mean, he could have scored more than 2 points,
right?
But it was all a game plan. Game 3 we'll see
what happens again. And to what you were saying, Kaide, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but I have to agree with Olu on this because game 1, I think part of the agenda for Golden State was let's get Tatum out and then let everybody else score. Mm-hmm. Obviously that worked, but unfortunately everybody else scored even more.
Right.
So in game 2, they're like, okay, you know what? Hey, let's switch it around. Play defense. Don't let we understand Jason Tatum is gonna get his 20 plus points. You can't stop that. But for everybody else to be scoring, we got to stop that. And that's what they did, was lock down defense. And like I was saying earlier, if you look at the way they were moving their hands and feet, totally different from game 1.
Right.
It was like night and day. So coaching and experience played a huge factor. I wouldn't knock down Boston. I just think it just got outplayed by this.
It's actually more of experience than the. See, Udoka is a good coach too. So,
great one.
Yeah. So don't discount that. And Steve Kerr has It has Mike Brown and the other guys on his bench,
Right.
the assist. But I will tell you, we'll see what happens in Game 3.
Let's talk about Game 3. While you're on that topic,
the two
what
teams
do you think will happen in Game 3?
See, both teams have been these playoffs. They've been so inconsistent. You know, there's some major blowouts where they lose by. How many games did they lose by with Memphis? Was it 50?
Oh, you're talking about the other series?
Golden State, like 50 something points or at some point. 50.
There's one game that was bad. That was really bad.
So they've both been so inconsistent. They've both lost at home. And Celtics, they've lost about 4 games at home. 2 apiece with to Miami and Bucks. So we'll see what happens in Game 3. Game 3 will be a very key game. And then you know that Golden State, their third quarter team. So if they lose the third quarter, they're gonna lose the game again.
Olu, do you agree? If they lose the third quarter in Game 3, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap in boxing can't close that gap. The boxing in Game 1, it was even wide than you can't do something about Game 3. I think truly they will lose. They'll fall on this series in 5 or 6 games. So they need to plug that hole. And they really do. They really do.
So are you picking Warriors?
I am. Personally.
Okay.
Of course, I'm picking Warriors, but I Steph Curry. But Jai, what do you think? Like, do you think Game 3? Do you agree with what Cardi said? Like, if they drop the third quarter, whoever wins the third quarter wins the game.
Well, I think
it's not mathematics.
I think it's not about the third quarter in these finals. I think it's more about who plays better defense, right? Both teams are known. Golden State is known for their offense, so their offense is going to be lit. But can Boston play better defense than Golden State will play better defense on them? Because Boston is known for their defense, but Golden State is not that far off. So I think defense is going to win the championships, and whoever can dictate the pace of the game is going to win the championship. And I said it before: if Golden State can win Game 3, I don't see going past six games, and they'll win it all.
Yeah, but if you check all the games Golden State played, third quarter is always their quarter.
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying
third quarter.
I'm just saying that this is the. I mean, they won the third quarter in the last game 1, but they lost, right? So what I'm saying is, the NBA Finals is a different beast. Like, all stats go out the window. You know what I mean?
I know. Anything can happen,
so
right?
Anything can happen. So I think at the end of the day,
someone getting ejected, and
there you go.
So, but I'm not gonna pick a team yet.
No,
I want to see what happens in Game 3.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's too close, right?
Yeah. Okay. Say the last game, not this last game. I'm talking about Game 1.
Game 1.
Poole didn't show up.
No, he didn't.
Clay
struggled.
So
yeah.
So what happens on the road? I need to see if those guys are gonna play hard and show up.
Remember, Gary Payton Jr. is back too.
Yeah.
That's Gary Payton's son.
That's a boost.
Yeah, and that will help. Yeah. Somebody say guys like Jordan Poole, Gary Payton.
Gary Payton Jr.
Yeah. If those guys step up, for the rest of the series, they're gonna get a chip this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was a play that I was watching that they analyzed, and I was watching some of these guys, and it's basically worked so well. They're so good at this, where it's almost like everybody else focuses on Steph Curry because he's of course Steph Curry. You can't just
he's God,
he's exactly
mini God,
But rather than shooting the threes, what they've done is break down teams in their backcourt runs where they run behind the defensive player, behind the line, the end line, and Wiggins and the other guy Poole. They've been getting buckets from that because everybody's expecting Steph to pass. He just looks up like he's gonna pass the ball. Wiggins is running across the baseline. Boom, he just passes the ball to Wiggins because the other two defenders are not really looking at Wiggins. They think Steph Curry is going to shoot, and then they lay up the 2. And they've been doing that consistently. If they can keep that pace up, and I know Kerr is a good coach, he's probably going to run that play over and over again because they can't stop it.
And that's why they always make sure when they get a rebound, they run or inbound before a set defense. Once the defense is set, it's tough. It's gonna be tough. So Golden State, they capitalize on that a lot, rushing, inbound, rush fast. If they can do that consistently, they'll be fine. Yeah. But we'll see what happens in game 3. Because I told guys I don't see Al Horford playing the way he played in game 1.
Oh yeah, no. That was like
walking into a 3, shooting 3s. Like
I was like, what is happening? It's like Moses passing the sea.
Yeah, that was exactly. So yeah.
Now I want to talk about Draymond Green. There was a play yesterday that Draymond. People were debating like, oh, it should have been ejected. Yeah, what do you all think? Like, Jai, what do you think?
I see. The thing is this: a lot of people. Okay, let me put it this way, right?
Shout out to Green, by the way. He's from Michigan.
Yeah, shout out to Draymond Green, man. And I've always said it, like the way I see basketball players, right? They're just like us in our workplace environments, where there's some people you're gonna like, some people you're not gonna like, there's people you're not gonna respect, but you have to respect their craft, right? Draymond Green takes a lot of heat because of, he's very vocal and the way he plays. And
reputation,
exactly. And people always say, well, if he's on your team, you like him. If he's not on your team, you hate him. But I don't think so. I think, look at the man as a player and what he does in his craft. Is he good at his craft? Yes. So when people say it should have been a technical, no. If any other player had done that, nobody would be debating this. But because it's Draymond Green, people are like, that should have been a tech. Because it's Draymond Green, I don't think it's fair. Because they're taking away from the value that the guy brings to the game of basketball. I think he's legit. He's solid. So sorry, I went over a time trying to answer that question, but I just wanted to give you the perspective of, look at him as a player and don't judge him based on, his past antics or what people say about him. I don't think.
Can you separate that though? Like, we're talking about
you can. Green, you can.
Kick somebody in the nuts. Excuse me.
Let me know. He's not a dirty player. I'll give you that. He plays hard, but he's not a dirty player. He's mouthy. He talks, but he's not a dirty player. I mean, dirty players are like,
Draymond is not a dirty player. I mean, we're not there to watch the game for players to get evicted. I heard him say something about if it's egregious. Absolutely. If he knocks someone out or did something dirty, you eject them. But for a play like that, no, we're not ejecting nobody. We want to watch the whole game. We want all the players, to play the game. So I don't understand people saying it should have been. Even the first technical foul shouldn't have been the technical foul. It was just, give them a word.
Technical foul, maybe.
The first one wasn't a technical foul. Yeah. So, no, it should have not been ejected. He's not a dirty player. He's the heart and soul of that team. Look at the pace. Look at how he started off that game yesterday. Jump ball, like basically 10 seconds in, jump ball. So he set that tone. Without Draymond, I know he can't shoot, he can't score, but he's a heart and soul of Golden State.
He's a hustler.
Yeah, he's not dirty. I respect his game. I respect him a lot.
K. Jones, what do you think?
Yeah,
Draymond Green.
No, I don't think it's a technical foul. I don't know why they don't want to let the boys play, but it's like everyone said, his reputation. People always think, oh, Draymond is. I don't understand why Jaylen Brown thinks it should have been a double technical so that they can eject him. Even if you ask core Celtics fans, they want the full team. They want to beat the full team. You don't want that kind of
asterisk
on your. No, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Let them play.
Yeah.
So that you can say we beat a full team.
Right.
So so a lot of championships. Some people still don't, like the Raptors championship. They still question, if Clay and Durant were this, blah, blah,
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But I don't think it's a technical. Is what a technical. And Draymond needs to be careful. And I think at times, what Draymond does is he will try to get a technical in the first quarter or something like that. get it early, get it out of the way, knowing fully well they're not going to give him another one.
He's a piece of work, I tell you.
Exactly, to have to win the game. So it pushes the envelope. Like,
isn't he a Michigan boy? He went to Michigan, right?
He's in Saginaw. Like, he's from Saginaw.
Yeah.
45 minutes away from me.
He's a crazy dude.
I
like the guy. I love the guy.
Yeah, high IQ. Olu said it's high IQ. Yeah, he does.
He knows what he's doing. Trust me, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. At times when he acts like that, he's trying to throw those guys off their game. Try to get in their head.
That's what he did yesterday.
So, anything to win, it's part of the game, anyways. So
I want to talk about Brittney Griner, the WNBA player that was caught up in Russia. That really broke my heart. So if this has been LeBron, I don't think he smokes like that, but if it had been any other male player, do you all think she'll still be in jail in Russia from February? We're in May. I want to get your opinion on it.
I think so. I think if it was because of the political landscape of what's going on right now, I think regardless of who the player was, I think it was just because this is all politics, right? I heard the what she was caught with was I haven't read fully into the story, but I heard it was something minimal or not a big deal.
It's not even the whole. It's like oil in a cannabis can.
Exactly, something very minimal, or some But I think it was Russia's trying to make a statement because of what's going on, right? So I don't know whether male or female. I don't think it would have made a difference. And having said that, though, I think whoever her PR is or whoever she rolls with, that I blame them too. They're equally responsible because they should have told us as an athlete, like, look, you're going to a foreign country, like, regardless of how minimal you think it is or minute, like, you don't do that. You should be smart enough to know that, like, it's only legal in the US. If anything happens to you, at least you're on US soil. But you're going to a foreign country. Imagine she was in Malaysia or something like that, where they kill people for stuff like that.
Probably
you know what I mean?
Talking about killing her.
There you go. Exactly. So I feel bad. I hope she gets off and they allow her go free. But I don't think it would have made a difference if it was a male athlete.
Olu, do you think Biden administration is doing enough? I know we're getting political, but it kind of crosses the line a little bit.
But the truth of the matter is, Jay basically hit it on the head. It wouldn't have mattered if she was white, black, male, female, yellow, purple, whatever. She's American and she's a pawn in the whole political game. So, Russia will probably end up getting some prisoner in the
like an exchange,
some kind of exchange or some political something,
So for Russia, it's all a game. She should have known better, like I said. But again, it's not. I think Biden. I'm sure they're doing something.
Only fading away. All right, Olu, I don't think we can hear you very well, but K. Jones.
Yeah,
what are our chances? Do you think she's coming up this year?
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm very sure, like Olu mentioned earlier, that they're doing something in the background that we may not know, right?
Right.
So there's gonna be some exchange, swap, or something like that. It's unfortunate she's a pawn. And she walked right into the trap. So
wrong place at the wrong time.
I am telling you, I don't know why she would go to Russia when you know what's going on. Russia is the last place you want to be. So, but it's unfortunate she's there. I'm sure she will get out.
And I see a lot of NBA players already, bringing that issue to light now, wearing t-shirts,
rallying up,
creating awareness.
Yeah. That's very important.
Very good. That's the only way they can get it to
and
people
then,
to
and then put pressure on the government, on the Biden administration to do something.
Right. All right. Before we wrap up, I want to get your feedback on who's going to win it all. At least we don't know, but
I think Kyrie already said he's not gonna. He's not gonna pick.
Well, I'm forcing each one of you. Who do you think will win this trophy this year? Boston,
I'm gonna be bold
Golden
and
State.
say that. Yeah, I'm gonna be bold. I already mentioned it earlier. Like, I mean, if they win Game 3, I think they'll win it in 6. I think
you're talking about Golden State or Boston?
Golden State. If they can Golden State. If they can win Game 3, I think they'll win it in 6 games.
Olu, what do you think? Who do you think will win it?
Golden State in 5 or 6. That's
in 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's my.
You think Boston will lose 3 games straight?
They don't have to lose 3 games straight. Well, they can. It's possible, but 5 or 6. That's what I'm.
They're not Raptors, or the New York Knicks.
5 or 6. That's what I'm predicting. I'm 6 most likely, but we'll see.
All right, K. Jones, what do you think, sir?
I think the best team will win.
Oh boy,
that's such a cop out, man. That's a cop out.
I'm thinking the best team.
The best team.
That's a politician, right?
So you decide. Golden State might be your best team.
Yeah,
Celtics might be your best team. So the best team will win.
The best team will win. All right.
Ask me again after Game 4.
All right, cool. I'm sure we'll have a show after Game 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Thanks, gentlemen, for joining. It's been a pleasure. Hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Go on.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Over
to you, producer.
All right. Thank you so much, bro. It's good to see you once again.
Yes,
it is what it is. I so much appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to sign out. Once again, peace up. Peace.
Yeah.
Big up. And tell them about your real estate.
Yes. So if you know anybody in the state of Michigan, I'm a real estate agent. I'm a Michigan State licensed real estate agent. If you're looking for investment properties, if you're looking for homestead where you want to live, give me a call. Follow me on IG, Instagram, Ezekiel Sobowale Real Estate. I'm also on TikTok. And I'm also on Facebook. Send me your referrals. And I do pay when you send me a referral. I'll cash up you something. So.
All right, bro. All right. Thank you so much, man. All right. It is what it is, guys. That's NBA Talk Show with my main brother from another mother. I'm talking about Easy. Easy does it. Easy does it. Big man 10. This is how we're going to roll. This is how we're going to wrap up the show. Thank every one of us, every one of you that have joined us live, or you'll be watching this later. I'm telling you, this is how we do it on Intercontinental Sport TV. Yes. Please subscribe to the channel. Let's do this. Thank you once again. All right. Bye for now, everybody.